Hey, it's Steph. Thanks for watching today's video. I have an update for Project Panopoly. This was created by Jamie, the Impulsive Panner, and she has created a website for this game. I will have her channel and the website linked down below. She's basically created a project panning game based off of the board game Monopoly. She has had a couple editions of the game board and she just updated it for the third time. I'm very excited to get into the new game board. This will be my first update sharing it and playing on it. I do have some rollouts today, which is very exciting. If you are not familiar with my channel, I do mostly panning content. I am actively working through my collection, trying to use what I have. I am on a no-buy year. This is the second one in a row, so games and projects like this help me move through my collection and use things a little more creatively than I would have if I wasn't playing games like this. I also do get ready with me's and palette bingos every now and then, so if that sounds good to you, I hope you subscribe before you leave and give this video a thumbs up. You're supposed to work on 5 items at a time. I somewhere along the line got up to 7, so I will be sharing those 7 items today. The first one was for the space high usage goal, and I rolled the random wheel. I guess I should explain how this project works. So you roll a pair of dice on the website, and that tells you how many spaces to move on the game board. Where you land, it tells you a prompt that helps you pick a product. Jamie has created a random use wheel if you want to use that to determine your uses, or you can pick your own uses. And she also created a challenge wheel, so if you land on the challenge space, you have to roll that as well. I typically will use the random use wheel just because it makes it a little more fun, a little more random. And yeah, I don't think I've ever, well, unless I wanted to finish something, I don't think I've ever really chosen my own usage. I always use the random use wheel. So the first space for this update was high usage goal. So I think that was a challenge, like a challenge space. So I picked 30 uses. I felt like that was a good happy medium because on her usage wheel, the highest use is 20. So I did want to go a little higher than 20. And for that product, I chose my NYX Bloom lip liner. This is a beautiful pink lip liner. I do have it on today, very lightly. But for my 30 uses, the first month I had this in, I had used it 12 times. Then I used it 11 times, and I've used it an additional 10 times. Like I said, today is my 10th use, so I've actually used this 33 times. So I have surpassed my goal. I will hold it up to my hand. I think I do have a picture to compare it. If not, this is just what it looks like. It could probably use a sharpen soon. But yeah, I love this lip liner. I brought it on a trip with me. I can pair it with any lipstick basically, but it is rolling out of this project. The second space I'm going to talk about was you choose face products, so literally anything I can put on my complexion. And the random use wheel gave me 20 uses, so I knew I had to pick something that I could use a high number, maybe mix with something else. And I chose my Catrice Soft Glam Filter Fluid. I use this as a foundation mixer, so it was really easy to use. The first month I had this in, I used it 15 times, so I only had 5 more uses to go, and I did manage to do that. So this mark was when it rolled it in. This was after the 15 uses, and you can kind of see it hasn't moved very much after those 5 uses, but it is a little lower. But I feel like if I marked it again, it would just make that line thicker. So I didn't mark it, but I did get my 20 use goal, and it is rolling out. The next space was for you choose eye product, and I also got 20 uses. The random use wheel did me dirty, and so I rolled in a Ulta Beauty eyeliner in the shade Matte Charcoal. I figured I could use this basically with any look, and I thought I would be done with this by now. But I only got 6 uses the first month, and I've used it 3 times since the last month. So I only have 9 uses, which is very disappointing. I don't think it's going to change much from the last update, but here it is. I feel like I just need to get this done. The thing is, it's very dry and it tugs on my eyes, which is not ideal. I just need to get this done. I feel like in the fall, I will be wearing like darker looks so I can use this a little more often. It's summertime. I want to wear looks like this, so I just haven't been like incorporating this into many looks, as you can tell. So that is staying in. The next one was sample, so I just chose to finish this. I didn't spin the wheel or anything. And I chose this teeny tiny Clarins One Step Gentle Exfoliating Cleanser. Look how cute it is. Y'all, I only had 2 uses and I finished this. There was a ton of air in here, which is very annoying, but you can see it's empty. It was nice. I'm pretty sure Clarins is out of my budget, so I'm not going to be purchasing this, but I did really enjoy it, the 2 uses that I got. But it is rolling out, and I'm very happy to be replacing that with a new prompt. The next space was seasonal, and I got the random use wheel, and the random use wheel gave me 20 uses. So I rolled in this perfume. This is a very seasonal scent for me. It's Mango Mai Tai from Bath & Body Works, so it's a very summer, perfect for this time of year. Of course, I forgot to mark it last update when I rolled it in, but let me see how many uses I got out of this. Oh my gosh, I used it 17 out of my 20 times. That's very annoying. I could have easily used it 3 more times, but I'm working on some other perfumes too. So I will have a side-by-side since I did not mark it. But this is where I'm at. I know I've gone down. I feel like I was maybe here when I rolled it in. So this has been great. I use it on myself, but also I kind of spray it everywhere when I use it just to get some more love. But that is staying in. Next, the space I got was in your shower, and the random use wheel gave me choose your use, so I chose 10 uses. I rolled in my conditioner that I have open currently. This is the L'Oreal Ever Pure Sulfate Free Bond Strengthening Conditioner, and I've used this 3 times. So I do kind of rotate through my conditioners. I also have a hair mask that I like to use, and I don't use them. Like, I don't use the conditioner and the hair mask in the same shower. So that's why I only have 3 uses. It's kind of disappointing. But I'm not a big fan of this. I love the shampoo. But this is very thick. And I have very fine, like, thin hair. I have a lot of hair, according to my friend who is a stylist, but it's very thin. So thicker conditioners like this kind of weigh down my hair. So that's kind of why I'm avoiding it, but I just need to get it empty. And then the very last prompt was nail, and I chose the Kiss Impress nails. They are press-on nails, and I had those for a few years and not used them. So I did use those. I will have a picture up. I'm sure you've seen me wearing them in some videos if you are familiar with my channel. I really liked them. They stayed on for well over a week. I ended up taking them off right before I left for like a 4-day trip because it had been 8 days. One of them was starting to like bend, like the tip was bending. If I still have that picture, I'll put it on the screen. I did share that on my Instagram story, but I decided to take them off because I didn't want to be out of town and one of them pop off and then like I didn't have a nail. You know what I mean? So I probably could have gotten more than 8 days out of those, but I was very happy with the 8 days. And I still have, you know, more of those. I only used 10, and they usually have enough for like another manicure if I can find sizes that fit my nails. So that is rolling out as well. So technically I'm rolling out 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 7, and I'm keeping in 3 because of this perfume is so close to being done, 17 out of 20 uses. I'm going to roll in something to replace it, but I will update you next time to make sure that I finished my goal. But I'm only going to be rolling in 3 items, so I'm going to be keeping this project at 5, I guess 6 if you count this. But I'm just going to go a little lower. It's okay. It's okay. So I'm going to transition into this time. I do a screen recording while I roll my dice and move on the board, so let's get into that. Okay, hello. Sorry about the mess behind me. It's not that pretty to look at, but hopefully you're not really looking at that. I do have Jamie's new board pulled up here. Oh my gosh, it looks so fun. I have seen some other updates utilizing this 3rd edition, but I have not looked at it myself, so I'm very excited to see what I land on. If you are new to my Project Panopoly updates, I like to record myself here on my screen so you guys can follow along, share the excitement of my rolls. It's fun to see people's reactions to what they get, so hopefully you enjoy that from me as well. In the top left corner, I have my spreadsheet where I keep track of all of my prompts and items. So I'm going to be writing down the prompts and usage that I get in there as I go. I randomly have to click on photo booth here in the bottom left corner, or else it will freeze on me, so you might see me do that. But like I said, I have my board here. I have it open in Canva. That's just the easiest way for me to move around. And I have this little sunflower icon here as my placeholder, or I don't know what they call it in Monopoly. Your little character that you move around the board. I don't know what they're called. So I also have Jamie's website here pulled up. I will scroll to the top. So it's called Project Panopoly Color. This is the 3rd edition. Like I said, it was released August 2025, so this is the first time I'm playing on it, which is very exciting. She also has a Nailopoly, so if you want to play this for nails, you can do that. I'm not going to do that. I only have a limited amount of nail polishes, and they're all nudes. They're not very fun, so I don't feel like I will utilize that very well, so I'm just not going to do it. But on Jamie's website, she has all the rules. She has dice that you can roll. Of course, the game board. And then she did create a challenge wheel. So if you land on the challenge space, you have to spin the wheel. She also gives you the option of spinning the random use wheel, which I love doing. It's so fun. But sometimes it bites you in the rear end. And then down below here is just FAQs and how to play. So I might have to reference that as I go, but I am going to keep the website here on the wheels in case I will be using the random use wheel. But I did want to, I guess I could use this die. I did open up a different website, but I'll just use the one on her website. Why not? It's usually not visible how I have my window, so I think she embedded it into this new version, which is very exciting, but I will still be using Canva to move across the board. So let's roll. I'm only going to be rolling in 3 items this time. I know I'm rolling out 5, but I did want to once this new board was released, I wanted to go back to 5 items at a time instead of 7, just to give myself a little relief. So I got 4. So at the start, I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, and I got yellow. Okay, that is really annoying how it, okay, there you can kind of see that, but I got yellow, which is not my favorite color. I'm assuming you can pick anything related to yellow. Let me see if she has any rules about that. I don't see any specific rules on how to use the prompts, so I'm just going to go with anything yellow. And then the random use wheel. Oh my gosh, this is scary. That was quick. And it gave me 20. So I'm going to try to find something that has yellow packaging because I don't want to put anything yellow on my face 20 times. So let's go back to the roll of the dice. And I got 8. Ooh. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, white. I like that she put these cute little icons on there. Can you see the little white bunny? So white. This is very interesting. It leaves the prompts very open-ended, which I'm not sure if my see, look at me, I'm frozen. That is hilarious. I'm back. I don't know if I like how open-ended it is. Obviously, it's so fun to like change it up. I'm glad that Jamie's having fun like switching things up. I just like more specific prompts. Like for my style, it's hard for me to pick products. So 15 uses. Something white. But see, like the fact that it is open-ended helps me with like these 20 use goals. Like I could pick something relatively easy. So, you know, it's tricky. And then my last roll is number 7. And here I go again, wanting to roll more than my minimum. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Spring. Spring is my favorite season. Excuse me. Oh my. I love spring. There I go, getting frozen again. Sorry. I love spring. I love the flowers. I love just the feeling, like here in the Pacific Northwest, you know, when it rains, like the air is so clear, smells so good. I love the smell of rain. Okay, I'm going on a tangent, but spring, something springy. I recently rolled in something springy in my throwback 30s, so I'll have to think of something else. And oh, choose your use. Yay! So I usually do 10 uses if I get choose your use. So let me hop off. I will go find some products. I'm not like filming the update part of this until probably tomorrow. So I'm sure I look different than how you've seen me, but let's move on to the rest of the video. Okay, yellow was super hard for me. I guess I could have rolled in this because it has yellow, but I couldn't find any like skincare. I couldn't find a lot with yellow. But my sister literally just decluttered some makeup to me, and because she's moving and she didn't want to move a bunch of her makeup. And one of the items she gave me is this little mini blush from the Balm. And you can see the outfit on the girl is yellow. So this is Balm Springs, and this is a beautiful like nudie pink blush. 20 uses. 20 uses on a blush. Of course, I am working on many other blushes, but this project is kind of lower priority for me, and I'm okay with things being in here a little longer than my other projects. So, sorry, I keep getting distracted from my window. Okay, white is the next prompt. And I got 15 uses on the random use wheel, which is kind of high for me. But I decided to roll in this NYX Jumbo Eye Stick in the shade Blueberry Muffin. This was recently decluttered to me from Love Heatherette. Heather, she's on Instagram and YouTube, so I will have her link down below. She gave me a bunch of makeup for free because she just wasn't using it. She wanted to get rid of it, so I'm very thankful that she gifted me quite a few items, and most of them are things that I've never tried before or from brands that I've never tried before, and I have not tried these NYX Jumbo Sticks before. I should say before today, because this is on my eyes under some other things. I really like it so far, but I will swatch it so you can get the true color. It is a pink with some iridescent, shifty goodness. I love this so much. It's so beautiful. And hopefully I can get those 15 uses pretty quick. Summer is winding down. So I really need to get a move on with this because this is not a very fall color. And I do like to wear my makeup a little more seasonally. This would be beautiful in the winter, but I don't know if I want it in this project for that long. And then the very last face I landed on was spring. Spring is my favorite season. I love all things spring, all the beautiful flowers, all the little animals, just the beautiful weather. And I got choose your use, so I'm going to do 10 uses. And I mean, when I think of spring, like I said, I think of flowers, I think of like pastels, I think of pinks. And I'm going to roll in a lipstick that I have not used before. This was decluttered to me from my mom probably a year ago. Probably not that long ago, but it's been a while and I have not used it. So this is a lipstick from Temu. I know there is, you know, some opinions about Temu. I have purchased from Temu myself. I don't make a regular habit about it. Obviously, I'm on a no-buy. So I'm not buying makeup from Temu, but my mom did buy this from Temu and she didn't like it, so she gave it to me. I kept it mainly for the packaging because it is so stinking cute with the heart. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this, so I'll just have it on the screen. This is the name of it, and it is this beautiful pink, like iridescent, again, iridescent lipstick. So I thought maybe 10 uses would be easy. This is it rolled all the way up. And let me swatch it. I am not one to wear a shimmery lipstick, so we will see, but this looks really beautiful for the summer and of course spring, but it's a little late for that. So hopefully I can get some use out of this before summer ends, but I'm sure I can combine it with other things. So that's my update. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this a thumbs up. Of course, check out Jamie down below. She is one of my friends here on this space, so be sure to subscribe to her channel. If you're not subscribed to me, I hope you do so before you leave. So I see you all in my next one. Bye.